Today at the Earlville Library District, we're walking you through some crochet basics, making a slip knot and learning to chain. Crochet begins with a slip knot. It's an adjustable loop that can be sized to fit any crochet hook. I'm going to demonstrate this a couple of ways, and then feel free to find your own system. Open your left hand and grasp the tail of the yarn with your pinky. Stretch out your first two fingers and wrap the working yarn around the back and up again to cross over the wrapped yarn on your fingers. Now, if you gently slide the loop off of your fingers, keeping the cross in place, you can set the working yarn behind the loop, reach in from the top, grab it, and pull it back through. Keep hold of both the tail and the working yarn while you pull the loop. Now, when you pull on the tail and the working yarn, you should be able to shrink your loop to the desired size. Also, you can keep pulling and undo the slip knot completely. I'll break that down again this time on the table. Holding the tail in place, wind the working yarn around to form a loop and cross the working yarn over the top of the tail yarn. Pinch the loop at that cross so you can pick it up and slide the working yarn behind the loop. Reach inside from the top of the loop and grab that yarn. Hold on to both the tail and working yarn and pull to form the slip knot. Tug on the tail and the working yarn to shrink the loop to the desired size, big enough to easily slide your crochet hook into. Once on the hook, you can further adjust the size of your loop. It should be able to glide smoothly along the hook. Once again, here's my hand method. Hold the tail in your hand and wrap the yarn around the back of your first two fingers and over the top again so the yarn crosses. Gently slide the yarn off of your fingers while pinching the point where the yarn crosses. Slide the working yarn behind the loop, reach in and grab that loop, and pull through while keeping hold of the tail and working yarn. Once again, a little faster, just for fun. With a slip knot ready to go on your hook, find a comfortable hold for the crochet hook. You can try knife grip, where you hold the crochet hook in your right hand like a knife, or pencil grip, where you hold the crochet hook in your right hand as if you were writing. Try both techniques and see which one suits you best. The process for making crochet stitches is the same regardless of which grip you choose. Now, holding the yarn can be unique to however best gets the job done for you. My technique is to wrap the working yarn around the pinky on my left hand, which helps with tension. Then bring that yarn up and drape it over my pointer finger. Then I can keep my pointer finger pointed up in the air, raising the working yarn up and making it easy to grab with the hook. Then pinch the base of my project, in this case, the base of my slip knot, with your thumb and middle finger. The left hand will handle the yarn in the project, while the right hand is free to work the hook. I'll show you that process again. Wrap the working yarn around the pinky, bring the yarn up and over the pointer finger, and pinch the base of the project with the thumb and middle finger. Towards the end of this video, I'll show you some alternative ways to hold your yarn so you can develop a process that works best for you. Now, to make a chain. Move your hook underneath and around the back of the working yarn suspended by your pointer finger. As you come around, twist the hook so that it catches the working yarn. Use the hook to drag the yarn through the loop on your hook. Twist the curve of the hook downward so it will slide easily through the loop on your hook. Now you should have a new loop on your hook. Make another chain the same way. Move the hook underneath and around the back of the working yarn. Twist the hook to catch the yarn and drag it through the loop on your hook. This completes your second chain. Repeat this process for as many chains as desired. When the fingers holding your work have moved too far away from your hook, slide your thumb and middle finger up to re-pinch at the base of the project. Continue making chains and sliding up along the project as needed. You can identify each chain by the sideways V shape it makes. Each sideways V is one chain. The back of the chain is identified by a series of bumps. If you make a mistake, crochet is easy to undo. Simply remove your hook and pull on the working yarn and your stitches will pop free. Here are some alternative ways to hold your yarn. With this technique, you can slide the working yarn over the top of your pointer finger and grasp the rest of the working yarn in your palm with your ring and pinky fingers. Pinch the work with your thumb and middle finger. Here's an example with pencil grip. Hold your hook like you are holding a pencil and set up your yarn as before by holding it in the palm of your hand and draping it over your pointer finger. However, this time, you don't need to hold it up in the air. Keep your hands close to your hook and slide the hook underneath the yarn draped over your pointer finger. Grab the yarn with your hook and drag it back through the loop on your hook. You can use this method of holding the yarn with knife grip as well. You can also try holding the working yarn in your right hand. Hold the hook and tail in your left hand to get started, and point the hook to the left. Use your right hand to wrap the yarn in front of the hook, and use your right hand again to grab the yarn and pull it through the loop on your hook. Let the hook rest on the table or in your lap, and wrap some more yarn around the back of the hook with your right hand. Pull that yarn back through the loop on your hook, again with your right hand. Repeat to make additional chains. I've also seen this method where you pinch the working yarn between your first and middle fingers to suspend the yarn in the air and grab the rest of the working yarn in your palm with your pinky. Use either knife or pencil grip to chain as previously described. And those are some crochet basics to get you started. Check out our Earlville Library District YouTube channel for more beginner crochet videos for things like single, double, and treble crochet stitches. See you next time!